Welcome back Twitch, welcome back YouTube. Let's get back to just another game, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, where we finally found Kyoko and Hiro. Hiro dressed in that stupid Robo Justice costume. He claims he's innocent, but is he really? I guess we'll have to find out. And if he is and we convict him, then everybody's dead. Everyone gets punished. Let's see, we want to go to the 3rd floor so that Kyoko can investigate the corpses. You know, I have failed just to see what happens. There is actually not a special execution if you get it wrong. It's kind of disappointing, really. Alright, they are in the repository. I mean, obviously it's because the executions are themed, but it would have been cool just to, like, see one for the class. Oh well, missed opportunities. Hifumi and Taka. 0 out of 10. He was latched in, no way he could put that on himself. So you're saying it's Skynet? For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment. We're back to the Skynet theory.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
You hear better, Celeste? The Monokumophile was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more uncomfortable. Or made me feel a little more comfortable. We're getting addicted to looking at bodies. Perfect.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did?
Whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? I love that. Whew. Wow, you suck. No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
So then...
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his... Ooh, the lights just flickered. Most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. So string goes down, I was hit by a smooth criminal. I was struck by a smooth criminal. What is that one? I don't think I've seen that one. It's morphin' time. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls. Oh yeah, I guess I should have noticed he wore a wristwatch and remembered it. Because, you know, I pointed it out. So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added.
However...
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there. Oh my god. It's jizz on a Kleenex. Ew, I don't want to touch it.
Makoto.
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
Because...
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
Hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own? We got Kiyotaka's scrap of paper. Alright. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse. From the nurse's office to where he was discovered to here the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Okay. She's not gonna speak up. He looks bigger now. He is a mountain. I mean, all his fluff is pushed up now. So, did you find anything?
indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. Lot of paper? It's a Kleenex with jizz!
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Oh my god. They were jerking each other off! That's the mystery. And probably Alter Ego was also there. Ew. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed. Oh! He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see? Tootie! Gross. In his pants? Wait, so you.
Why is that?
It's just his pants, not like his socks or something. Penis! I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... Penis! It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth?
however,
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? Hey, someone slipped a weird note. Here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma blah blah blah. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So,
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped? Maybe could you explain it a little more? Because I am goddamn stupid and I have no object permanence. Think carefully. Think harder.
hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The note that Hifumi had has been added.
hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there's any reason to think that they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All it said is that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. E-handbook has been added. And there we go. The investigation is done. Done. Finito.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
I think it just started raining. Taking my headphones off. Yep, just started.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. Ah, bask in that ominous music. I love the music in this game. It's so good. Also, I don't have to voice act. Everyone had heard Monikuma's proclamation and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Oh god. Hello! He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
We're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
And if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train. The pain elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already I didn't do it, for serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka, the one who killed two of her friends. The killer is... someone right here. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There is no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. Ding! I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. Probably the same time it always was. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Oh, this is new. When I see you all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I might have if I had planned better and I knew this was coming.
Yahoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Alright, let's save the data. Go ahead and save it here. This is just a dupe save. I actually have more than one skill to set for once. Steadies your aim a little, effective during the non-stop debates and the hangman skin. Alright, yeah, that sounds good. I mean, I can equip everything. Are you coming out here or are you going to your hiding place? Breathing technique. The focus gauge recovers more quickly, effective during the non-stop debate, the hangman's gamut, and the bullet time battle. Costs 4 SP. Alright, we're good. Class trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're a bona fide bastard, Uncle Fucker. You're an Uncle Fucker, yes, that's true. No one fucks your uncle just like you.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer, or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Make your argument. Yasuhiro's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Okay, I think we know what we're doing here.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Oh, I got
that you
shielded.
are the culprit.
It's not true. It's
Hiro, what?
no. Just hold on a second.
I mean, looking at the blueprints, the handwriting is awful messy. If I remember right, Hiro's handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof that you are the culprit.
Ah!
It's not true. It's
Hiro,
Alright, we're
what?
gonna have to
no.
focus,
Just
I guess.
hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
It's
This
not
is actually
true.
kind of
Hiro, what?
No.
tricky.
Just hold on a second.
Or I'm just bad at it. I mean, we could do
Everything we
both.
found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you
I
are.
used all my focus too
It's
early.
not true. It's
Hiro, what?
no. Just hold on a second.
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all
I
proof
hit
enough
the
that
wrong
you are.
thing. Wow,
It's not
I am
true.
just
It's
Hiro,
fucking
what?
this
No.
up.
Just hold on a
Fucking
second.
it up. I am literally the worst.
Everything we found in your room.
Did you hear about everything we found in the
The
room?
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that
Too
you
late.
are the culprit.
It's not true. It's
Hiro, what?
no. Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
There, snuck it in.
That's wrong.
Alright, finally, a hard-earned break.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
I mean, we can't argue with that. Use the dumb fuck.
So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he is not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual. The one in question, the one that must have been in the suit. Well, it was Hiro. Because nobody else could wear it. So that's not, that's not a mystery. We know it was him.
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit.
Kinda.
And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense! You just said Hiro didn't do it!
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What?
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The things that were used to move Taka's body They must have been... I mean... They must have been the dolly.
I got it!
And... the blue tart.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
Remember Leon, guys? Remember how awesome Leon was?
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Oh, what a bitch!
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I can change her mind. If I could bitch. You don't like Celeste anymore? If I could just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the triangle button won't be enough to handle them. Now, it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the square button. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the square button in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the square button... Stop that! Just remember that the square button now has a function along with the X and square buttons. You mean triangle button, you've already fucked me up with that. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck, have fun! Early bullet time battle, huh? The moment of truth.
You have it wrong! I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I
Equipment
cannot
room
agree.
bloodstain. Go bullets!
This should prove it. If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
Oh, shit!
And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? You know what? We're gonna find out next time, because I want to take our first break for Twitch, so we're gonna call it an episode here. YouTube, thank you for coming out and joining me today. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, give me likes, leave me comments, remember to subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Twitch, I will see you guys in about 5 minutes.